Hi, everybody. Today, my psyche says reunions. I just went to my dad's 66th high school class reunion from the class of 1957 Logan High School. One of my mom's best friends was going, and that was what compelled me to go. And so I went with my dad as his plus one. And when we first walked in the doors, I met this guy who was kind of smitten with me, and we talked for a while, and then he he was really amazing. But my mom's friend came, and I talked with her, and I was going to sit by her, but I ended up sitting by this lady who was a high school teacher for the class of 1957, and she was 94 years old. You never know what God has in store for you. This lady was such a blessing to me, like the wisdom that we talked all through dinner, the things I shared with her, watching my dad. And so they didn't really have a program. So I actually got up and went to the microphone and I said, all five of my children are poets. I am a poet. My sister Tina was a poet. My mother, who took her own life in 1993, she was a poet. I found many poems after she died that were beautiful. And she always loved mine and my sister's poetry, but she never said she could do it as well. And my dad is a poet, and he wrote poetry while he was in prison. And I went up there and I explained all that to these people, and I said, my dad, who graduated in your class, wrote the most beautiful poem, and I want him to share it with you, and I'm going to introduce him now. And I had him come up and say the poem, and he cried almost all the way through it. But I know he will remember that moment for the rest of his life and beyond. It was very touching to him. His poem is very worthy. As a matter of fact, I think I will post it after this video so anyone who wants to hear it can. You never know your agenda. I had an agenda: come here, go to a baby shower this morning, go to a class reunion this evening, and I met the girl who's having the baby, her husband's mom, at the baby shower, and talked to her for a long time, and we were energy matches, and we had a connection. Then I come to this reunion, and I introduced my dad to read a poem, or to recite a poem to his class of 1957. And I get to meet with my mom's longtime best friend since high school, who I have not seen in 20 years. The thing is, co-creator, I say it all the time. I don't hold the agenda, God does. I have had the most beautiful spiritual awakenings and ripples today that help me understand why we are co-creator and we must live in trust. And when that opportunity presents itself, we must be living in our heart and aligned enough that we step up. I could have stayed there near my salad and not got up and talked on that microphone in front of all these people. But I listened to my intuition and my heart and my soul. And I created memories and experiences and ripple effects that were beautiful, that were otherworldly. So I'm sitting in the car, waiting for my dad to come out of the reunion. And my gosh, my shirt's weird. And I'm full of gratitude. I had to come on and share that. These are the moments. These are the moments that we create, that we co-create. I love you, everyone. Have a great night. Oh, one more thing. Tonight is the freaking full moon. It's pretty intense for a lot of people. If you're feeling out of balance, go within. God's got you. You got you. Happy full moon, everybody. Full moon in Sagittarius. I love you. Have a good night.